Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. I have a couple of things to show. I finished some kind pouches. I casted on another hat, and these things are going to Ukraine in October. I went to Hobby Lobby. I got one thing. Then I felt the push to go to Ikea, and I got what I was intending to get in IKEA. Then I found other things that I was planning on getting in other stores, so I'm happy I got a good amount of items there. There's some crafting plans and ideas as well. So I'll show the pouches. So I made another camo one. I was thinking I was going to make it like horizontal, and then I cut the zipper for the vertical way, so it's another vertical bag, and that's okay. Um, and I did blue. The majority of them are gonna have blue on the inside. And now for sure a lot of them will have blue on the inside because of what I got at IKEA. So there's this one, and I love the um, colors with the yellow and the red, and there's pops of blue. So um, I was thinking, well, I do have a lot of, technically I have a good amount of this fabric that I made into a drawstring bag, but then I wanted to redo it and make it with a zipper. And so I think I'm gonna make myself one too. Um, it's gonna be on the larger scale because I originally made it as a bread bag, and then I didn't want to put bread in it, and it kind of like goes to class with me because I just kind of put the plastic wrap on the food, like the plate with the food, and then I put it in the bag, like the Kool-Aid bag, and um, then I put it in the bag that is like the insulated one. So that one also has plaid on the other side. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna give like maybe one or two of these. I did make this landscape. I feel like maybe I'm gonna go another inch at the bottom so there's more red another time. Well, I already cut the piece for the next one. So um maybe I'll think about it. I already cut everything together, or cut and sew the stuff together. So I'll have to see, maybe I might box it an inch less because I did 2 by 2 boxes. Um, but I'm happy because I love that it's like more on the bolder side. Then I was asking my student about if she was familiar with this because I was wondering if I would send certain things and if maybe it was something that they have there too. And she knows the Batman one, and um, she knows of the Rick and Morty one. This one, it's not like a show, or I don't think it's a show. It's literally just like a drink brand that we have here. A super sugary children's drink, but they have like this vintage fabric, and I um thought it would be something to, or it's something to sew with. So um I'm gonna see how many bags I could send. Maybe I'm gonna do like 2 batches because I don't have much in the bags right now, but they're kind of getting weighted. Um, I think I'm gonna send one of the Sensodyne toothpaste. I'm gonna see if I can wrap it. Um, and I have one of my favorite washes, like my soaps, not the bars of soaps, although I do enjoy those too. Um, because I have a travel one, so I think I'm gonna put that in there too. But I have other plans on what could be like mini things that I could also send. But before I show the IKEA stuff, I have this cast on. I'm just at the ribbing, but I have another Clever quote too. It's a free tin can knits pattern, and this one for sure is gonna be more fitted than the other one. So I have like this cream. Um, I technically have a gray, but it's another alpaca, and I'm thinking I'm gonna maybe do the maybe superwash. I have some superwash. I usually knit myself non-superwash, and if I do have superwash in my garments, I know this is an accessory, but in general, because I mainly knit garments, I would put the superwash as like the contrast color, but not really the main color, just in case, because some of the ones that I blocked ended up like stretching a good amount after the wash. So I'll see. Um, I feel like this may, well, I feel like it's gonna blossom or bloom, and I still feel like it'll be a good size. So I'm sewing, not sewing, I'm knitting a medium size, adult size. This pattern has a lot of sizes, so I think it starts out at newborn and then it goes up to an adult large. So I feel like with the superwash, it's gonna be comfier too, because I'm not sure um with the um what was it tol how much people tolerate different fibers, because even the alpaca, I don't think I have any reaction at all to it, so, but some people don't tolerate it, and I think it's super soft, and I like the feeling overall of it, and there might be like other opinions. So with the superwash, well, it's definitely on the softer side. When I knit with the non-superwash, a lot of times it tends to be like more on the rustic soft side. If it is soft, sometimes it's not that soft. Um, or over time it gets softer, I would say. Like as you use accessory or garment more. Um, the Icelandic wool, it's just toothy, but over time, like it's, I feel like it gets more matted or felted. Um, so maybe felted. Um, so it kind of like smooths or pushes down the fibers. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly because I was trying to use different words, but um, it's I can wear it in moderation against my skin, but it is one of those types of yarns. So the superwash is kind of like a safer thing to if you're giving a hand knit item to somebody and you don't know how much they tolerate different fibers. It's one that you could definitely well, you could choose anything, but I think it's one that you could have at the top of what to pick for them. So I went to Hobby Lobby. I don't know, did I already say that? I got just thread. This is an off-white one. I don't know if it shows on the video, but I originally got this one another time because they didn't have the white one in stock of the larger spools, and it's marked as $4.99, but it is priced $1.99 in Hobby Lobby. And if you get the smaller spools, they're 99¢. So it definitely lasts a good amount of time. I didn't go through the other one that I bought. Um, in fact, I just like started it, but it's on my other sewing machine, the one that's the one that's on at the table, the sewing table. Um, but I didn't want to take the spool off, so I got another one. And this comes with a good amount of thread. It's like 500 yards or 457 meters. I like this one. So for IKEA, it's well, majority of it is from the as is section or like the sales section. I know they might have sales in other departments, but um, originally was mainly looking in the kitchen part of the marketplace. In the marketplace, I believe that's what it's called, is where you could get the items because there's like the showrooms where it displays variations or different ways that you could put together the different items that they sell. So I went to the kitchen section of the marketplace and I saw that they technically had what I was looking for, but not really what I was kind of going for to get. So I was mainly going for utensils. And you could say, oh, you could get utensils in a lot of different places. Yes, I don't know if my throat is dry, I think because I I made peanut butter cookies and peanuts or like nuts in general tend to be like it makes me thirsty. Um, it could be that. I don't know. It's been a long time. Maybe my throat is just dry. But um I made like No, I filmed some clips of making the peanut butter cookies, and they turned out well. For the clips, it's kind of like I don't know, um, because you're putting peanut butter and you're in the mixture, and you have the butter with it, and it just looks kind of like poop, and then it doesn't really get better when you're forming the cookies. So I have the end results of it too. So I don't know, maybe I'll show the end when I made the cookies or something. But um, it I was like just on a cookie roll where I made chocolate chip at first because that was like a familiar flavor that I wanted to bring to class. Um, it was a success, and I did make the substitution for coconut oil instead of butter because I was low on butter and I wanted to try it anyway. And it complemented the chocolate, and I got a lot of there were a lot of good things to say about the cookies. They really enjoyed them. The chocolate chips were dairy free, but it's not really like it's kind of part of, I guess, the thing that I'm doing with the baking. So, um, I really wanted to try the honey cookies, and it kind of reminded me of the Medivik, the honey cake, and those were my favorite. It kind of cut down the sugar because you're balancing the granulated sugar with honey, and kind of like you're splitting what you would normally put for sugar, and you have honey in place of it. So it has a super nice texture. They really enjoyed that one. Um, and I heard this could be like a tea cookie too, but honestly, like you could pop them. Like I ate a couple when I first tried it to see how it would be, and the honey flavor just shines, and it's been fun to add honey to different desserts because in America you don't really have honey flavored stuff as much. So, um, it was, I think, my favorite out of the ones. The peanut butter ones, I do like peanut butter cookies. I don't eat them all the time. Peanut butter or like, uh, just nuts, like they're super filling, and um, you don't have to get them salted or anything, but I enjoy them too. So after all that, um, the stuff that I got at IKEA, I figured, well, I got some of these, sorry, I have these at in my storage unit, but I saw that they were on sale. They had a bunch of them in the as is section. I don't know if it says an outgoing product, so maybe they're not selling them anymore. So it was 50% off, and I do enjoy these straws. So they're the bamboo ones, and I'm picky about straws in general because I got these, I think silicone straws, but I feel like you can kind of taste the silicone in them. And I don't really drink metal that much from like the cup or the straw. Um, I know a lot of people can. Um, I feel like I could just taste. I don't know if I'm sensitive when I'm drinking and I really taste what I'm drinking. Um, but these, I'll keep some of them, but I could also put them in the kind pouches too. But I was also thinking I could put them with the utensil bag that I wanted to give, and I think that could be nice because I might have to send less bags if um well, depending on the weight. So I feel like I could give one like in October and then another batch in December. I'll see, um, because I was going to send the package to somebody and then she was gonna give it to a military hospital. So I'll see how what the plans are because I don't know if she's just visiting. Um, so but I know she's gonna be there in October. And then, well, maybe I'll show the utensils next. Because, so I was looking at the utensils and I saw that they had, of course, they had them. Um, they had like 4 packs of like just spoons, 4 packs of just forks, and that's okay, but I was kind of looking for like a mixture of them, and I kind of wanted them to be like on the portable side. Like this might be a little, I don't know if you would say like childish, but at the same time, if you're on the go, maybe you just need like quick utensils. So I got these like at the very end of the um, shopping spree with that when I was there because it was like towards the checkout area, and there's these, and then they also had the cups and bowls. So there's different colors. I could give the blue and the yellow. I think that would be fun. I'm not sure if I'm gonna give the knife because the knife doesn't seem like it would cut through anything, but like, I mean, I guess it's a butter knife. Maybe they'd want a knife to go with it, but it's not like sharp or anything, but maybe you wouldn't want that for this type of thing. So I wanted to make like utensil bags, and I could add the straw with them too. I'll see with the height because it's kind of not, and I don't know like if they would allow bamboo straws in a hospital, but well, they could take these home too. So I think maybe I'll put the straws in the bag because I don't know if they're gonna fit with the utensils because the utensils are kind of shorter. Maybe not. Like maybe I could fit it off to the side and they could choose if they want to keep it in that pouch. So I thought that those utensils were really fun. They just seem like more portable than the metal ones that they had. So hopefully they're okay with that. And I think maybe I could do like 3 bags or 3 of the utensil bags. So I'll have stuff left over. And going back to the as is section. So I didn't know that IKEA had pre-cut fabric. There's some of them. And I was already like going down like the rabbit hole and planning, oh, since they sell pre-cut fabric, maybe I should go there more often. And they don't have so many ones, but they are on the less expensive side, which is interesting. So 159 by 118 inches. Like it's a good amount for like initially the price is for the US it's like $15, but I've seen fluctuations of fabric. Maybe because this one is like, I don't know if it's, I'm not sure why I see other prices, but I know that they're from other countries. But even I think I saw one on eBay for like $40, and that's definitely not the price that they have it at. But um, I saw this blue one that they have. It's full price though, so it's like blue mountains and houses, and I was like, Adrian, you haven't even worked with the one that you got, so chill. And then there's like a floral one. So I really like this blue one. It wasn't in the sales section. And then they have, I think I'm like, I love to shop, and I try to um get the sale items, and then this is like the other one that I liked too. So the one that I got, sorry, I might adjust myself. So they have this on sale from 15 to 7 something, and it's pre-cut fabric, but you get so much from it. So I was thinking about it. I looked it up because um, they said not to open the bags. And it was like interesting because the sign was literally saying, "Do you like to sew or do like projects or something like that?" It definitely said sew, and I'm like, it was, oh my God, yeah, I do. So it was already drawing me in. The main thing was that the fabric has sheep on it, and Pincha Lana, I think that's how you say Lana, because, and I have to see if it means wool or if it means sheep. I think it means wool, maybe, because there's a Lana magazine, and that's a knitting magazine. So it means wool. So I was thinking about it because um I was like, what am I going to use this fabric for? But it's 100% cotton, and it is a heavier um fabric, and I make so many bags, and I do want a bag like this. It has um like a sturdiness, and I feel like it would be a nice material to have a bag as. How many bags do I need? I just love making bags, so maybe it's kind of like my thing. Um, I'm gonna add a zipper, and I think it should be a fun one. I might add a little bit here, a little bit there, but this is like a good quality fabric, so um, I might just mainly use this and use it for the straps too. I don't know if it'll be a project bag or just a bag, and I might really enjoy it. I'm gonna make sure that I get the sheep in it, because that was like the focal point of it. And I think they're sheep. Kinship? Maybe. Um, I don't know if it's the artist or Pine Tree. No, that's not. The artist is Emma Hagman. Kinja is Pine Tree. So there, I think, I don't know if it was a mixture of languages or maybe it intertwines in some way. Um, but I'm excited to use it. Or make something with it. I'm trying to go with the plans that I have and making sure that I make those things first, like with the pouches. And I was gonna make my student bag too. And I think I was gonna make her a case. So the last thing that I got at Ikea was like a lot in terms of like how much I got. So in that same section where this was like where the sign was like, "Do you like to sew?" There was rolls of cotton fabric, and it was all, well, not all of it. There was some like other patterns too, but they also had a pre-cut fabric. It was black and white, but I chose this one. I think this could be fun. It'll definitely be different from my other bags, but I do love the IKEA aesthetic. So I'm gonna be happy that I have that one. So this one's heavy, but they had these um, rolls of cotton fabric for only $9.99, and it's 55 inches like this, and then it's 100% cotton fabric, dark blue, 59. I don't know if I said that. Approximately 376 square feet. So that's a lot. Like it's just rolls and rolls and rolls of it for only $10, and um, that's a little over 40 yards. And in hindsight, like a lot of the times, if you're trying to get a yard of fabric, like a cheaper price would be around $5 to $6. Um, and the Dollar Tree ones are fat quarters and they're not a yard. And then if you go to like a quilt shop, at least the one that I usually go to, the ones on sale, they start out off at like $8. And they have like, I think, name brand fabrics. I don't know. Um, but uh, and then the ones that I usually get at the quilt shop are the fat quarters, and so that's not a yard either, and it's like $4 around. It's more expensive for those fat quarters, and so this like I did. There was one open, luckily, because again I said not to open the bags, and it wasn't like super opaque, but I feel like it was like a good amount. Uh, so I feel that maybe I could, well, this could definitely be one that I will use for the inside of the pouches, and then I can make garments out of it too. I did cut up um the dress one that I got at the thrift store. It was like $1 for the simplicity pattern. And man, I am not one to want to read directions. I kind of skim through it. So hopefully it could come together. Um, but I don't know if I have enough for the pink one. I don't think I do because there's 9 pieces. And I think the front is different from the back. So I'll have to see. Um, I mean, I guess it wouldn't necessarily make the biggest difference in that way, but because normally you would fold it, well, I would fold it, and then you would get like some of the same pieces that would kind of reflect off of each other. But I'll have to see. If anything, maybe I can make a vest out of it. Just something fun. But this I could make a lot with. And I was thinking, like, if I do make like a top or a shirt for them to wear, then like at the hospital, the military hospital, then um, maybe they could put it over something, or I can add like fun things to it, like make the pocket like a patterned uh, fabric instead of just the blue, although that maybe they don't want as much going on like I do. Like I always want something to give it some pizzazz. Uh, at least something to pop. So this will definitely come in handy, and I was just shocked that they were selling it for such a cheap price. And I felt it too. Again, not like the most like opaque, meaning I guess you could see through it in some ways, but um maybe the way that you sew it, it doesn't have to be like that. So I'll see. But I think it'll come in handy for sure. So that was the haul. Let me put this somewhere because it's actually really heavy. So I wanted to make a mini case, or I think it could be the same size as the other ones, but use this and use the taupe that I've been using for the other projects, and this could be a pouch for my student. And then I'm still trying to think about like the how I want the bag to be, because I'm trying to incorporate the rabbit fabric and the blue. So I will cut out a portion of this because I'm gonna make some of it into a bandana, and then the rest of it, well, whatever's whatever I need for the bag, I could use for it or with it. I could use it in the bag. So I just have like stuff that I like fabric that I wash. Um, there's like one more main fabric that I'm thinking about getting to make the pouches. Um, I'll work with the ones that I have now, and then I'll um, get it down the line. So again, this is because I showed this before. This is the rabbit one, the Peter Rabbit one. So I'm trying to like put them together to where it could go together. I work with some pattern fabrics, but when there's like characters on them, I'd have to see how I'm gonna incorporate it all, well, incorporate all the fabrics together. So I'm still thinking about a wonky house. I don't know how wonky it's gonna be, but I'm gonna make a house, I think, out of it. I feel like maybe if, when I do the pouch first, then it'll come together, like the smaller pouch. I might use that fabric in that bag, too, but I'll see. And then I wasn't sure if I was gonna make this just a pen, like a small pouch for myself, but I did want to do like, oh yeah, I did want to make I wanted to make, you know, the first aid kits that have the crosses on them. So I wanted to make a bag that had the cross on it, like the first aid kit. And I think I might like make it like a cream or something. I could make it more decorative, but maybe I'll make it as the original one so that like you could see what I was trying to do. Um, so because I thought that would be fun. I was thinking I would make myself one. Um, I've been wanting to use this fabric, but it's been in my stash for a while, and I wasn't sure what I was going to use it for. But I want to make this as the cross, and then I have more of this fabric too, but I wanted to make this as the main color. So I just feel like they'll go together really well. I don't know if I want to just make it into, well, not just, because I really want it as a case, but at the same time, like when I make bags, like you could see it out in the open, but it might not be a bad idea to do like a small project and actually have it, or I could do it both on the small scale and the larger scale. But I'll have to see how much of the black I have, because I don't know if I have enough black to do like a larger bag, but I'll see. But I just love this combination. I forget what I was doing for me to like cut it like this, but um, I would be extremely excited about this, and I really want to make it. Um, Again, I've been trying to go down the line of craft or like the projects that I want to do, and I'm trying not to cast on another garment. I'm thinking about it because like the one that I'm thinking about is a cropped. one, so I think it might be something that I could finish sooner. And I have been knitting a little more because it's been not, it's still hot, but not nearly as hot. So I think like the summer is winding down a little bit, but still have the ones with the Ukrainian yarn, and I started stuff and then it was too warm, but now I just want to keep crafting. Oh, and I did start off well, I did start to do the patches for the next patchwork skirt. I don't know if I want to do a dress, but um, I'd have to think about it because I could definitely, because I was thinking about using that blue that I got. And the last patchwork skirt I did have like an inner layer because there was um there was a main fabric that wasn't like super like it was a little see-through, so I put something underneath it. I really wanted navy blue in it, so I definitely want to use it in there. It could be one of the main colors. I did get a good amount from like the orange plaid one. I got 4 squares out of it. If I do a skirt, I just need like 36, which is a good amount, but the last skirt that I had was 45. Um, but it ended up being too long and I had to not cut it. I had to hem it a little bit um in my own way because I didn't take the whole thing apart. So that was my shopping, and I'm trying to reorganize the stuff in my room because I brought the stuff in my room at because over this summer I was sleeping in this guest room downstairs because it was cooler. It had my stuff like here and there, and now I'm bringing my stuff back in the room. So I will see. Um, that was the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you. I don't know if I have other stuff to show, but I try to make the videos maybe like every other day. So, well, sometimes every day, but I don't know if it's, because I don't want it to be repetitive. Because I show little progress every, like pretty frequently, and sometimes I don't have a lot of progress on my stuff. But uh, it won't be long for the next one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.